So you are there and everybody is telling you that if you are good enough, people will notice and you'll go to Europe, because that's what every footballer wants. I'm here to start some negativity in you that it's not easy. Right now, it may look like it's easy because there's internet and a lot of competitions, and there's always an agent near you. But people don't trust social media because they tell you that just post in social media, but people don't trust anything from social media. For influencer, yes, but a social media cook, nobody trusts them. A social media dancer is always regarded as overrated. It's similar for a social media player. They'll always tell you that you are more of an influencer than a player. So to consider you, it will be so difficult. So the only way you go to Europe is through an agent, or you get a person to sponsor you to an academy, and that's if you are young. And that was also the case in early 1990s, because at that time people did not have a lot of information about players from Africa. South America, yes. Asia, no. So at that time, it was also very, very difficult to break into Europe. But France had this thing of assimilations with a lot of its earlier colonies. So a lot of people from probably those countries that France colonized, it will be so easier for them to go to France, not even as footballers, just as regular casual workers. But people took their chances there and they would go into academies or trials. And trials at that time, it was easier for lower leagues, like from Division 2 to below. You could just go there and tell them like, hey guys, I'm a good player, you can test me. You go there, make some shots, try to dribble, try to score, and if they find you are somehow good, they will sign you even as a reserve player. And at that time, money was not a thing, and especially for Africans, it was so easier to sign them, drop them, give them the littlest cash that you could, because there were no unions, there are no like laws. Racism was not that a big deal in Europe. Like, people are not like, oh, you are a racist every 2 minutes, every 2 seconds. It was like, even if people become racist to you, you are in a foreign land. You don't have that. What did they say? You don't have that right to start saying like, oh, I know my rights, so racism is bad. Oh, and you're hustling. So there was this guy, I think, born in 1965, but 1992 he was like a 17-year-old. So he had gone for trials in several teams in France, and they used to take him. They'll take him. Like, the trials were not that hard at that time. At that time, football was not very technical, especially in France and in second division. Anybody could play if you are good at playing ball. So they'll take them, he plays, and then you are given a salary sheet or a time stamp, and you see, So he stayed there like 2 years in France, moving from one team to another, and the pay was so little. The chances of going to a bigger team was also very little, because getting a chance to play the 90 minutes and to even perform. And mind you, he was not that good of a player. But as I've told you, at that time, to make it to these bigger teams, as much as there were agents everywhere, just to make it to trial, it was so difficult. You had to have an agent who is really fighting for you, or have somebody to really fix you, or to get you to an academy of a bigger team, or just be exceptionally good. This guy was not exceptionally good. This guy was he average? He was not even average. He was like a little below average, but he was tenacious. He was aggressive. You will say he wanted it. He had that grit. So it's all like playing in second division in France is not a good deal. It doesn't have money. The only way I can make money is to go where money is. Where does he go? England. So he went to England. The first team he went there was Bournemouth. And he managed to convince them. He told them like, oh yeah, I'm an African guy, I'm a good player, this and this and this. I want to play in this team. And they told you, oh, okay, come for trials. So he went for trials and they were like, okay, you can kick the ball, but are you technically good? Are you, but like, he wasn't showing those exceptional abilities, but they decided, okay, we'll have you here before the contract. You can play in our reserve team or come off as a bench player. Then we'll see. Probably you are just, probably it's just those, how do you say it, the pilot thing, the travel. Yeah, it's a new land and you are not accustomed to. So he went there, played his first game. He came on as a sub. And the people saw like, no. You are not the one. So Bournemouth dropped him. Then he went back to the pitch and he was thinking like, which team should I choose that is not big enough for people to notice me, but is not small enough to be paid just meager salary. So he went, did his calculations and decided, you know what, probably I should go and try Southampton. But again, going there to get a trial was difficult. So he went there the first day and told the guys, hey, I need a trial. And the people are like, no, we are full. We don't want another guy. So he went home and decided, no, you know what? These guys are playing me. I have experience of 5 years trying to get trials from team, and the only time people listen to me is if they know I come from a footballing background, or I have a network, or I have. So the next day he went to his phone, called Southampton manager. He was, I think, Graham Souness. So he called him and he was like, yeah, you know what, I'm George bro, and I'm in England. And Souness was like, George bro, really? Hey, like, no, not like blood brothers, but cousins. Hey, cousins, George the real George. Tomorrow come. It wasn't like tomorrow, like it was like on a Friday. So he told him like, okay, we are playing this weekend, but on Monday, I need you. You'll be the next George. So Souness was like, hey, Southampton, we really have this guy. So on Monday, he prepared so well. Went there very early in the morning at 10, and he was waiting, and the Souness just saw him and he was like, yeah, my African brother, George reincarnate, you are here. Just take the ball, no trial for you, but you can kick the ball. So he went there and he was like playing, and Souness was like, hey, are you really George bro? Why are you making this mistake? I was like, oh, it's just first day tension, anxiety, but I'm good. And he was like, don't talk anymore, don't take anymore. So he decided, you know what? As much as I'm not convinced with the abilities, I can't let you go, because if you go and somebody from another team hears that Jojo's cousin is here, he will sign you. So I'll probably just give you a 1 month contract just to hold you, so nobody else bounces on you. So they had to write a contract, and he was like, okay, but you'll come tomorrow at training. And it was finalized. And yes, the money. So they sleep like 2,000 euros at that time. And it was like, hey, mom, I have made it. But the next day, someone was like, are you really sure? Is this really Georgia's, bro? Well, I know that Georgia that plays like a madman is always doing crazy stuff at the field. Why is his cousin not having the same ability? Okay, he can kick the ball, he can do this one and two. He was like, oh, probably it's just training at the field and everything. But we'll just hold on to him. So they had to let him acclimatize to that setting, the Southampton field, the players to know English well and what. And at some point he was like, okay, come, I need to talk to George Weyers and see if you are really him. So he was there, he was given a number and he called, and he was like, hey, a person from the other side, don't know, he's sergeant or something. He was like, hey, oh, that's my brother. He's good, he's even better than me. Just give him time. You know, he's young, he's 21 right now. By the time he reaches 23, 24, he'll be a world beater. And Sonas was like, okay, relax. You are really him. I just have to play you probably a game or two. Another week passed, and on the second week, he decided, you know what, Georgius, bro, this is your time. I'm going to put you inside the field. So he was named in the first starting lineup. And Georgius, bro, was there playing, and everybody was like, hey, who's this guy? Like, the guy was running up, down. Are you a striker? Are you a winger? Why are you just looking for the ball everywhere? Why? And he was like, no, you can't be playing like this. But he wanted to see more. But at that time, everybody had noticed, like even those people who were commentating on the ball were like, I know, this one is here because of something. This is not how any professional player plays. Leave alone even a professional player. Like, anybody who plays football will know, like, this is my position. This is where I have to play. This is where I have to be. This is how I have to pass. But they're playing like how sometimes right now women game is played. Like, somebody gets the ball from defense and he wants to go straight with it up to the opposition box, or up to the time he lose the ball. And the people are like, no, this person has to come off the field. Like, and Sonas was like, you can't, this is my judgment. So he was torn between really showing that, okay, I didn't just put this guy there because of something else other than performance. But again, it's so like the guy was not performing well. So if he took him out, especially in the first minute, he would be like, no, you are wrong. But if he let him play, it will be like, okay, probably those were his tactics, but they were wrong. So you are either a bad coach or an incompetent, what do you say, like discriminating. That's not nepotism, that's not discriminating, that's, you are just probably a bad coach or an incompetent coach. So he had to choose between them, and he decided, let me be a bad coach. So he let the guy finish the game. I think it was on his 70 or 60 minutes before he subbed him, and he told him like, no, 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 no. This is the only contract I'm giving you. If this ends, your journey ends here. So at the end of that first month, the guy, his contract was not renewed, but he had made 2,000 euros plus another 1,500 euros as a signing bonus. That's like 3,500 euros from Southampton for claiming to be George Weah's brother. That's the story of Ali Dia.